Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This month's video will surprise absolutely no one because I am going back to doing what I love best, which is a haul slash kind of a little bit of an unboxing. I have so many books that I've accumulated in October and November, and I'm pretty sure that there are over 35 books, so this might be a longer one. I'm not sure. I always think my videos are going to be really long, and then when I edit them down they end up being like 5 minutes. So I'm not sure how long this one will be, but let's jump straight into it. So I'm going to break this down in categories, and the first one is publisher mail. I was lucky enough to receive an email from Avon Books for a gorgeous proof of the Baby Dragon Bookshop, which I'm so excited to read. I found the Baby Dragon Cafe in a charity shop last year. I need to get the Baby Dragon Bakery, but I really wanted to read it in October and I didn't have time, so I'm saving them for the new year. This one comes out in February, and I think that I'm going to read them January, February time just to get a bit of coziness into my winter. Then next up we have Just a Taste by Anise Starr, which Simon & Schuster kindly sent to me. The cover is gorgeous, and they also sent a few little cookie cutters, which I'm very excited to test out. But this one seems like a really sweet holiday romance, so I'm hoping that I can get to this one before the end of the year. And the last and most recent piece of publisher mail I got was from the Bloomsbury Creator Circle. It is Revolve by Balcabra. I had requested this in the Creator Circle newsletter. I wanted the proof copy to match my proof copy of Spiral, but I got a final copy, which is absolutely fine. It's not the sprayed edge one, but I do also have that one, which I will show you when I do my special edition books. So this is the last piece of publisher mail that we got in October and November. If you have seen my TikToks at all, this will come as no surprise to you, but this is my collection of Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber. So I want to go through them one by one because they are all beautiful, and I think that they all deserve their own moment. So the first one, which is my favourite, is the Tesco exclusive edition, which I managed to find on release day. And a lot of people said that they only got it the Thursday of that week, so it came out on the Tuesday. People said that it was only going into their stores on the Thursday, but when I went, it wasn't on the shelf. And the most amazing worker in Tesco went to look in the warehouse, couldn't find it in the first one, went to their secondary warehouse and saw the box that they had arrived in and picked out a copy for me, made sure it wasn't damaged, and brought it to me on the shop floor. Like, that is dedication for the book girls. Like, I was so thankful. He was so sweet. So we have the Tesco edition. And this one, I got the foiled cover, which says The Price of Magic. The next one I got was the Waterstones special edition. I also got the signed copy, which I'm so glad I did because I absolutely love a signed copy, especially when it's Stephanie Garber. She is one of the authors that I will collect her books in every different format I can find them. I think I've got about 4 or 5 copies of the Caraval series and Once Upon a Broken Heart, so I had to collect all of these. This is also the only one that I paid full price. This one I paid £22. The Tesco one was on club card for £11, which I wouldn't have bought all of these if they were all full price, but because they weren't full price, that's why I have collected multiple. So for the Waterstones edition, I got The Price is Magic again because this was a pre-order, so I couldn't pick this one, and the Tesco one I also couldn't pick in the shop because it wasn't on the shelves. Then I saw Bryony on TikTok saying that the WHSmith edition was also £11 and they had extra student discount when this came out, so I actually got 20% off of that price. So I think I paid £8 something for it, and I actually really love it. So this and the Works edition I was not planning to get, but when I saw that it was really cheap, I couldn't help myself. And because I got it in the shop, I could choose which design I got. So I got the key, which was my favourite and the one that I was really hoping I could get. I really liked the key, the cocktail cup, then The Price is Magic, and I didn't really care about the other one. And the last one is the Works edition. I was not planning to get this. I had pre-ordered a normal plain copy from Amazon so that I could tab it, but then I thought, you know what? I'm collecting the sprayed edges like Pokemon, so I might as well get this one and then tab it in a very similar colour so it doesn't ruin the sprayed edge. And because I also then got this one, it also meant that I could pick the cover and get the cocktail cup that I wanted. So those are all of my Stephanie Garber Alchemy of Secrets editions. Some people might think that it's a bit too much, but she is one of the only authors that I will really collect all of her books. And I didn't read Once Upon a Broken Heart when it came out, so now I'm trying to collect the editions, and they're so expensive with resellers. So these, I knew that at some point in the future I'm probably going to want them, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to buy them straight off the bat when they're £11 and they're cheap. I'm just going to get them and then I'll have them forever. Then next up is a Rogue Choice. I have never heard of this book. I was in Asda and I saw these gorgeous edges and it was about £10. So I thought, you know what, The blurb sounds quite good. I was quite intrigued by it. I haven't read much fantasy this year, so I thought maybe I will read this in the new year to get me back into it. I'm also considering reading Throne of Glass next year, so I feel like 2026 may be my fantasy year, so we grabbed this one. Then the newest parcel to arrive, it literally arrived just before I started filming this, is Good Spirits by B.K. Borison, but it is the TikTok edition. And it is beautiful. I am actually in love with this. Have I read the book? No. Did I order this immediately after I saw them send the email that this was even a thing? Absolutely I did. It was £20. I think it was worth every penny. Can we please take a second for those edges? They are actually stunning, and the foiling everywhere is just beautiful. And I'm so glad that on this one they've actually done a really, really nice naked hardback, because a lot of books will do like a special edition and then they'll just have a plain hardback, and I just think that's a bit boring. Like, give me some foiling. It's not that difficult. But this is stunning. And then on the same vein, I did also get the Works Good Spirits edition, because I just think it's so pretty and those edges are just beautiful. They've really been doing a great job recently. So I bought this one on release day because I saw it on TikTok, didn't know it was going to come out. Absolutely had to order it, and I'm really hoping that I can also read this one before the end of the year. And the next special edition, which has also just rocked up at my house, is Daydream by Hannah Grace, which I love. I think it's so pretty. And this series, I have all of the deluxe editions, which I have managed to buy with different vouchers that I've been gifted, and my sister bought me the first one. So I now have a complete collection. I think they're so pretty, and I also love the naked hardback of these because they're so simple, but the foiling is so beautiful. So I got this one. I think this is my 5th or 6th copy of Daydream. I think I'm going to make a TikTok with all of the different copies I have. But this one is beautiful, and I couldn't not get it because I needed it to match the others. Which leads me to the Tesco editions of the Maple Hill series with these gorgeous sprayed edges. Like I said, I've already got multiple copies of these books, but I just think that they're so pretty. And they were on Club Card, so they were only about £4.50 each, which I think is a great price for books. I'm not a fan of when they're doing the sprayed edges here and just not putting the colour up here. This really bothers me. Like, why can't you just put the background colour up the top? I don't need the design on it, but give me the background colour. But I picked these 3 up because they were so pretty and I couldn't pass them up. Then onto more of the Works special editions. I got the Gingerbread Bakery with the gorgeous sprayed edges, and it now matches the Strawberry Patch Pancake House. I really wish that they would bring out some sprayed edges for the first few books so that I could have an entire series with the sprayed edges, but I am happy with this one for now. I think it's so pretty, and I think I'm going to manage to get to this before Christmas because I have just started the series, and I'm hoping that I can read all 5 books that are currently out before the end of the year. So next up is People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young, which I had tickets to go to the signing with Waterstones, but I couldn't make it in the end. So my gorgeous friend Mabuba got it signed for me and then brought it to me. And I'd also ordered the Works special edition of it. But I placed this order back in September. Every lost my parcel. So I had to wait so long to be refunded and then had to go and reorder everything. And the sprayed edge was out of stock, which I was so heartbroken about. So many girls messaged me on Instagram, went into their local stores to look for it, and nobody could find it. And then a few weeks ago, I went shopping, thought, oh, I'm going to pop into the Works, and there was one singular copy left. So I think it was fate. The universe decided I will have this book. So I now have 2 copies of it. This one I will tab, but this one is just so pretty and so autumnal, so I needed it. And I'm just very, very glad that I managed to find it in the end. And I'm so grateful to all of the gorgeous girls that tried to find it for me as well. And then I also had to grab the sprayed edge copy of Freeing the Wild because I have the rest of the series with the sprayed edges from the Works. And I'm considering putting this whole series on my 2026 TBR because I read the first book in August on holiday and I absolutely adored it. It was so fun and it was one of my only 5 stars on holiday. So I'm hoping that I will love the rest of the series as much as the first one. Then I obviously had to get the sprayed edges of Revolve to match my other copies of Collide and Spiral. I don't love these the most, but because I have the others, I feel like I need to collect them now, so I did grab this one. Then when I placed my order, I saw that Picture Perfect had some sprayed edges. Didn't even know this existed, so grabbed this one as well because I do think it's quite a fun little sprayed edge. And the last sprayed edge book I grabbed from the works was Soul Searching by Lila Sage. I just feel like it'd be quite fun to do some orange tabs in this, and I think it might look quite cool. Now for non-sprayed edge books from the works, I grabbed Mate because I really loved the edition that the works did with the purple. I just didn't really love the green cover, so I got this one. And I know that they're bringing out another copy to match of Bride, and I'm trying to decide whether I need it because I do have the other copy. So this is the first non-sprayed edge book I got from the works. Then I grabbed Holiday Ever After, which I'm hoping I can get to by the end of the year, but if not, I might just read it in January because it looks cute. Haven't really heard too much about it, but it's Hannah Grace, so I think that I will quite like this one. I also had to pop into the works to get some books in the 4 for £7.50 Black Friday deal for my sister for Christmas. So I also picked up a Jingle Bell Mingle for myself because I have the previous book in this, I'm guessing, series, but I haven't read it yet. And again, I would like to read it before the end of the year. Probably won't be able to because I'm quite a slow reader. And I already am reading the Dream Harbour series and I want to finish that before I get onto any Christmas reads. But again, I might just read it in January instead. Then I got the rest of the Rose Hill series in the normal editions, which I didn't have already because I have both Wild Eyes and Wild Card in the foiled WHSmith editions. So because I had a discount when I placed the order, I just bought the entire series. That way I'm going to collect them all in their regular editions and the foiled ones because I couldn't decide which one to go with, and I've only found 2 of the foiled ones, but I really want to read the books, so I have bought the plain ones and I'll just have both. Then the next series that I bought in its entirety because I had an offer was the Wales Ranch series by Bailey Hannah, which I am so annoyed about because I paid £5 or £6 for each of these books. I went in the works last week to get books in the 4 for £7.50 deal. Tell me why these are all in the 4 for £7.50 deal. I am so annoyed, but I'm also very, very excited to read them, so I got these ones. Now the last few are just a couple of books that had come out recently that I know I want to read at some point, and I thought I might as well just get them whilst I had the discount. So we have got Love Arranged by Lauren Asher, and I also grabbed Abby Jimenez Say You'll Remember Me. This one is also in the 4 for £7.50, so also very annoyed about this one, but it is so pretty and I can't wait to read it. Then I also grabbed the 3rd book in this series by Megan Quinn because I absolutely love her books. I think she's so funny and she's one of my favourite authors. I just absolutely love her writing. So I had to grab this one. I haven't read the series yet, but the first 2 books were sent to me last year by Hodder, and that was actually my first ever publisher mail. So this series is quite special for me, even though I haven't read it. So I had to grab this one. And the last book that I picked up in the works is Dust Storm by Maggie Gates. When I had Kindle Unlimited, when I first got my Kindle, I read a Maggie Gates book, absolutely loved it. So I have been waiting for this one to be traditionally published and I'm so excited to read it. I need the other books, but this was the only one that they had in there when I went. And the last few books that I bought in October and November are from the charity shops. And the book gods were looking down on me because I walked into my favourite charity shop and I saw a Simon & Schuster proof of Lucy Vine's 7 Exes. This was from 2023. I have her newest book. I got a proof copy of it from an event that Waterstones held back in February. So this is now going to join the collection. I got this for 50p. 50p I got this for. I can't believe someone had a proof copy. They were lucky enough to be sent a proof copy from a publisher and they have donated it to the charity shops, but their loss is my gain. It's so floppy. I love it. And I just think it's such a fun little find, and this is the exact reason that I love shopping in the charity shops, because you genuinely never know what gems you are going to find and you can get some amazing deals and give books a brand new life. And this brings me to the last book of the haul, which is a Cinnamon Falls mystery, which I got from a charity shop. It's in pretty good condition and I haven't seen this one in the works, so I wasn't sure if I would be able to get it cheaper, but I paid £1.50 for this, which I'm quite happy with. I didn't manage to get to it this autumn, which I'm quite sad about, but I'm thinking that I might save it for next October because this just seems like the perfect cozy mystery and I really want to get to it. So that is the last book that I picked up in October and November. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're not already. And I will see you guys in next month's video, which is going to be my top 10 reads of 2025.